Hello everyone, this is Souls44 and welcome back to another Project Ozone 3 Minecraft version 1.12, and today I'm going to do an update of my Astral Sorcery. Well, it's not really a tutorial, just what I did. It's becoming daytime, so I kind of missed my opportunity, but over here is my entombment altar. As you can see on the ground, there are these relays, and I wanted to show how I did it. I believe I did Dissidia. And let me check. A whole lot of different deals here. So, yeah, Dissidia. Actually, I think I changed it. But as you can see on the ground, the pattern lines up right there. And no, this is not Dissidia. A different one. In any case, you would go at night. I can't do it now, so it's a little too late. But you shift right click on my Astral Tome, and it'll open up a little miniature storage for all your constellation papers. Lucerna. Was it Lucerna I was doing? I think it might have been Lucerna. Anyway, if you have this set up properly, which you can tell that I did because when I walked over here, the lights were all linked up. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. I can't remember which one I was doing. I was messing around with Astral Sorcery, and I realized that the other day I showed a ritual that was being done, and I did not actually do it correctly. And I wanted to make sure people understood and how powerful this is. So let's jump into it right away. And here we go. Alright, so I did upgrade and move my Astral Sorcery area to another area. I really love sooty marble, so I made sure I made a little bit of some decorative stuff going on. Nothing super fancy. I was playing around with energized glowstone, trying to actually liquid glowstone, however you want to say it. Putting it in here, it was making a fountain going up to the top, and then I don't know, I just decided to leave it. It looks neat. I was also playing around with frames, and I'm going to do a whole video on frames, I think, because to me frames are the ultimate for the artists. You can apply, this is actually just a frame, and then I applied black quartz to it, and so you can make frames into the shapes. So mod packs out there that have different frames in them, you can build anything you want, slabs, whatever, and apply the different materials that you normally couldn't to it. So yeah, we're gonna go upstairs here. This is the elevator. We're gonna go up to my Astral Sorcery Temple area. Hello, Mr. Enderman. How are you? I've been playing with a lot of Astral and Blood Magic in the last few days, trying to go through and just work out the kinks. I had some serious issues. One of my videos I showed, I had actually a Celestial Collector Crystal. Apparently they don't work on these, I don't know if they're just a collector, but you can tell if it's working because it has these green and white orbs flying into the crystal. Then you just put in a linking tool. Do I have it with me? Yeah, the linking tool. Take the linking tool and you right click on it. See a little bit of lightning flash? Ow. Yeah, that's cool. That means it's working. You right click on it. I used a lens, but you can actually get faulty lenses. I wasn't aware of this, but depending on how you make your lens, it can be stronger or weaker. But I was actually within reach of the actual ritual pedestal itself, so I just went ahead and gave it some extra starlight. These white crystals is, if you look, this one is Avitus. Okay, so I should have been showing you Avitus. Avitus, and that's attuned on that attunement ritual down below. Yeah, down below. I'm all the way on the wrong side. I'm getting turned around. Down below. You set up those relays into the configuration. You hold the constellation paper in your hand, and it will show you little blue sparkles, and that's how you can tell where to put your your relays. Those relays will then connect to dots and lines, and it will show that it's activated. Once you do that, then you just throw it, literally just throw one of those crystals, the rock crystals, get the best purity you can, get the best size you can, get the best stats you can, cutting, all that. I don't know if cutting has much to do with it, but I do know if you get the largest numbers you can, the better the crystal. And then 5 blocks above it, I placed this ritual anchor. Now, I showed that before. I just wanted to make sure I updated. So you can tell that it's working. It's throwing off all kinds of particles, but the biggest thing you can do is make sure that you see this line here showing that it is feeding into that ritual anchor. So you're going to need 2 of these at a time. When you craft them, you get 2, so that's okay. And of course, your ritual pedestal has to be set up. Just the white part of this is actually the setup. You can have it floating anywhere, and you can have multiple, but they do have to see the sky. The ritual pedestal must be able to see the sky. I don't know about enclosures around here, but I do know that the ritual pedestal itself must see the sky, because originally, the reason why this is shaped the way it is I had like a layer cake going on, and it didn't work. Bummer, because I wanted to have 5 or 6 rituals going down and up, and I thought it would look really cool. This one is just a different one, a different crystal. Again, highest stats you can get. I can give a tutorial if you'd like on how to get the highest stats on those. It takes quite a bit of time. The little yellow orbs you see are from this illuminating one, which Astral has. An illumination wand, you can make it. It will give you the ability to basically plant an infinite number of torches using starlight. Notice my experience bar has got a weird bluish green glowing thing going on. That's what that's from. It's just telling me, because you can't just sit there and spam lights everywhere, because eventually you'll run out, but it'll come back on its own. So we are getting into these rituals. So I have 2 rituals. One is set up for harming, and the other one is set up for healing. The harming one is for, and I just added some decorative luminous tables here. They're not part of the setup for these wells. These things are providing extra starlight. Basically what that does is strengthen your ritual that you put on here. Which one is this one? This one's Dissidia. So I have Dissidia and Lucerna. And to tell which ones they are, you just go over to Constellations. Dissidia, that's the one that does damage to creatures. And Lucerna, you look over at Ritual Effect, it says, while in starlight, the fundamental brightness contained within prevents hostile creatures from arising in the area. Wait a minute. Not Lucerna. We're gonna look at Vetus. Vetus, there it is, Vetus. That's wrong. Living in these regeneration. So that's the one with regeneration. And Dissidia is the one that does damaging fields. Okay, so I have both of those going on at the same time. I can place the anchors to those anywhere in, I think, any universe, even any dimension or whatever. Down here, I decided to start blood magic. I wasn't going to. I don't really care about the random acts of kindness. I guess I could for completion of the pack. I'm not a huge fan of going through the tedious parts. I just turned on my mob farm again. I just lights on, lights off, turn it on, off. I'm not a big redstone thing. I worked all the way up to a tier 5 altar. So here is the beacon. I don't know if you necessarily have to have the beacons on. In fact, these aren't on because they can't see the sky, and I don't care. I don't need the special effect coming from a beacon. I just thought it was interesting. I could turn that one on, but it's still activated. This divination sigil lets me know what I'm doing. I'm making a very large number of slates because I want to do a couple more rituals to utilize this all the way around. This is a ritual for Well of Suffering. I'll go into my blood magic if you like. I'll need a request for that. Otherwise, I'm not going to necessarily go through all of it. And what I did, these are sound dampeners to stop all the crazy number of mobs. But right here is my ritual anchor for the damaging of mobs. So no power needed. I don't need to get a generator going or anything. Just starlight to those, and you saw it working. This is a automated user with a dagger of sacrifice, and it was not working. So I just left it there. This collects all the mob drops and just throws them in the trash. I don't need them at this point in my game, but if you wanted to collect them and sort them, this is a good way to do it. This ritual kills the mobs. It is directly under this blood altar, but I did have 2 blood altars at one point. But I built it where it is only because it is, if you look partially underneath this part of my mob farm, which if you were to go inside, which I won't, there are vector plates pushing all the creatures to this section. So it's just enough of a ritual. If you look, it falls just enough underneath there to keep this full. This does not run out of blood. I even have an extra tank of blood just in case, because I really hate sitting there trying to constantly sacrifice myself to this, and I don't care to spend that much time doing that. But this whole chest is filling up with blank slates. I wanted to show that real quick. One pipe, one thing. It's really simple. I don't know why everybody makes it all difficult. I use a filter with blank slates and then a filter with stone. So it's just gonna only insert stone, only extract slates, and it'll just keep running and running and running and running, and you'll end up getting stacks and stacks of slates. And you can leave that alone and just let that run. Earlier on, it's really hard to do that because you'll run out of blood and you'll have to sit there and sacrifice. So I had to move one of my healing rituals here. Now, if it's too close to the mob farm, it'll actually heal some of the mobs. I don't know why. I have no idea if that's intended or what, but I moved it back away, and it seems that the field is far enough away. If I wanted to, I could take a dagger of sacrifice and sit there and, well, actually I can use my orb here to explain. So this blood orb, if you put it in that pool, will give you LP or energy points for blood magic, or you can right click in the air, and if you see it's hurting me, it's not hurting me though. My regeneration is insane while I'm standing here. I can't die. And believe me, I know I can't die. I've had nitro. When I was messing with extending this out a little bit, I screwed up and I made a mistake of leaving some areas dark, and there were some nitro creepers that spawned, and yeah, they blew up a ton of my ritual area. These are speed runes. They increase the speed of how things move. Just in case you're wondering what these little things are, but yeah, it didn't even hurt me. It did destroy a ton of my blocks though, so I was quite upset. There are some weird, I don't know, I guess they're dying on fall, but I have witch water running in that mob farm, and yeah, it spawns guardians, it spawns wither skeletons now. I mean, everything I need. If I wanted a mob drops, that's the way to get it for me. It's made of obsidian because of them exploding, and just in case. I'm just paranoid. So yeah, okay, so here it's on. I wanted to show that. Yeah, there we go. Vetus. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Let's say constellation. Avitus. I don't know. Avitus? Who knows? So anyway, let me see if I got a crystal, so I can show you what it does. I think it's beautiful. I know I got some in here. I'll just grab one. It don't matter. I'm not going to play with it. I just wanted to drop it off. So you just throw it, literally. Just throw it. Now, if you got a magnet on, watch out. So there it goes. It got picked up. I didn't even come close. I came fairly close. So there you go. It's going to take a minute, and you can kind of hear it. Look at that. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. Now, when you first make one of these, you will attune yourself. So if you step on that, it'll grab you. Don't worry. It'll take a little while, but it'll actually attune you. Boom. And it gives a little I'm done. Oh, look at that. So then when you look at it, boom. Avitus, tune 2. So that has the power to do that ritual up there. It won't be that strong, but it'll still be there. I love these little flares. You can kill the flares. I don't think it really does anything. I just leave them go because it's kind of neat looking. So if you do attune yourself, you'll get this little tab right here called perks. And I've been going through it. Looks like I've got quite a few completed, but when you scroll out you can see it's got this huge array of different types. These are your main attunements. So if you set it to I did Dissidia because I wanted to kill things quick, and the more you kill things the more you get these points to increase your stuff. But you can actually work your way around and get some of the perks from this one. This is mining speed, maximum life, that's another one that's really good to have. Reach, elemental resistance is very good for nether explorers, people that like to use nether stuff. Well, you're going to eventually just end up like swimming in lava, no problem anyway in this mod pack. Yeah, projectile damage. Effectiveness of perks, honestly, I just use them to get to where I want to go. So I kind of want to get here. Yeah, there you go. Gain +1 perk experience effect per unsealed allocated perk. So I will eventually clear out a ton of these, and then, yeah, there's a lot of them, and they're really fun to play with. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy game, you know, trademarked by, I don't even know anymore. And it used to be Enix and different companies. Anyway, it's kind of like the powering up deal. Anyway, what? Yeah, watch this. Goodbye. I don't need it. So I moved those. That one ritual I had moved it under here so that I could kill all these guys, but I decided the mob farm was more important. This one right here is my squid farm. Still generating tons of squid. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on the Astral. I wanted to spruce things up a little bit. So if you don't know about my other videos, I had a whole chunk right here was just nothing but different Astral stuff. So I decided to make it look kind of like an Astral temple that wasn't quite. Yeah, it's still going to do some work. I'm thinking about making this round. I don't know. Making it rounded looking, as round as you can get in Minecraft. And making it circular or whatever. So that way it goes around, and then that would be in the center. So it would be another one this way, another one that way. I still got one more tier left to do on this. As you can see, snow is annoying me. I enclosed my downstairs a bit as well, so yeah. And if you're wondering what those little spectral, these little discs are, these are energy receiver or transmitters. Oh, Munch 2. Did you hear my Munch 2? Hey, Munch 2. Every once in a while, my Munch 2 needs to run. It stops, and then, I don't know. I guess it's just to hold the portal. Hey, buddy. Alright. Yeah. So I closed off a lot of this stuff here. Just made it look a little bit more organized. I'll probably manipulating this as well. I just don't know. Yeah. So, in any case, if anyone has any questions about any other mod packs or anything else, please feel free to like, comment, request videos. I haven't received any video requests yet, but I wanted to open that up again. I think in my next video I will be going to outer space. I have gone to outer space multiple times now. I've already reached the tier 4 rocket. In fact, I can, I don't know, do I have any oxygen on me? Oh, I don't have any oxygen. So let's go see if I've got any collected oxygen. No, I got the tanks though. Let's stick with the tanks. Tanks, oh yeah, here we go. Let's just collect up my oxygen real quick. If you play in Project Ozone 3, you will notice there is a tab here. In that tab, you will have your armor that you're at, plus thermal padding for when you're going to different locations. It says required for Mercury, so yes, I've already been to Mercury. This is a frequency module which will allow you to speak with the aliens that are on the planets. It's pretty cool. They're like little villagers. They have things you can buy from them. Pretty useless, to be honest with you. An oxygen mask, which you have to have in order to use these oxygen containers. Parachute, that's for when you return back. Apparently you don't always return back, and like a shuttle doesn't just come back. And then you have your oxygen gear, and you have your oxygen tank. So you would just equip that there, and then now I have oxygen. When you go into outer space, it'll actually give you 2 blue bars on the right side of the screen, which is actually showing my my buffs at the moment. And yeah, so I'll do that in another video. I just wanted to quickly cover that a little bit. And I actually did create a couple of bases. They are really not refined. So yeah, hey. So anyway, feel free to like, comment, describe whatever it is you want me to do for you to help demonstrate on how I did some of the things I did. Or if you like, just see if I could try another mod pack out for you. I'll demonstrate any mod pack there is if you want me to start from the beginning all the way through. I am going to be looking into a few of the newest release mod packs. 1.14 is going to be going today, I think. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the Adventures of Hulk or... Oh, what the... Well, I put a fan in here. I don't know. I have got creatures dying right there. I guess they're swimming up and drowning inside this. Yeah, this pool. I'll let that run a little bit while I do other things. In any case, I wanted to let y'all know that I'll be doing 1.14 as well, and that will be coming out shortly. And matter of fact, and I'll start from ground up. You'll get to see all my derps and my screw ups. And man, is it me or does the sheep face just the ugliest thing ever? Oh my lord, they need to really. Could somebody please redo the face on a sheep? Because sheep are not disgustingly weird like that. I don't know. The pigs look pretty good. But the sheep? I mean, was that supposed to be like the weird looking eyes that they do? That's what bothers me the most, I think. I don't know. It almost has like a human face, right? Yeah. Yeah, I won't kill you or anything. I don't. Maybe I should. I don't know. Tell me thumbs up. Kill the sheep. I don't know. I've killed off most of the animals. I've got them spawning from that one small. This little bit of dirt right here was enough. I can do an Omega build also if you'd like. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone do those before, but where they're gigantic structures. Pretty much that's what my Astral Sorcery to me. I call them Omega builds. They're a mega build. They're just really large structures. I don't really care to do them much because they're just waste of space. I'm not a big old use up everybody's space kind of person. I don't know. I just thought this would be neat if I was to expand it out from here and just kind of make this my central point and pivot all the way around. And I don't know if it would fit. I think it would fit. It would be pretty close. It might just barely run into this right here. I did it right. You're going to have to excuse the particles. Anyway, you're going to have to excuse my placement of my blood magic ritual and altar. It was just, that's where my mob farm was, and I didn't feel like moving my mob farm. Yeah, I can build a platform way out, and I really wanted to, because there is a slime islands right here. I really thought it would be kind of neat to have little islands of different things, and I might do that in the future. But yeah, so anyway, feel free to comment below. Let me know what it is you want me to do. I'll be more than happy to go through. I do Q&As, meaning I'm going to answer your questions. These other people out there that are doing videos, they do a great job on their videos. They're better at the editing. They're better at the creative parts, I'm sure. But I don't know, I guess they've gotten too big for their own britches. They don't answer your questions, not very often. It's not their fault. They have thousands of viewers. They have thousands of subscribers. But they just don't take or have the time, probably they don't have the time, to answer questions about what they've done or how they got things. and I'm willing to make a video just for you. So in other words, that is all for today. Oh, look at that. I've got my oxygen tanks on. That is all for today. Thank you all for stopping by, and yeah, have a happy holidays, and feel free to like, subscribe, and comment below anything you want. I'll help you out. That's what I'm here for. This is Souls44 Q&A, and have a great day.